Hey guys, Kyle R2X here again. The reason for this video is I just want to do a little follow-up on video number 2 of the TruArchitecture Series. Just want to kind of explain or expand a little bit of my thoughts on that whole, and for a couple reasons. Number one, I like to keep my videos not too long or not too short, basically in between the 4 and 7 minute mark, and I kind of was running out of time, and so that was my first reason. And number two, I just wanted to clarify that my intentions behind these videos is not to, berate any previous architect or the architect's job that they did. A lot of, things happen when, a person designs a course that it could be years, several years ago that they didn't know would eventually evolve. Golf courses evolve, and so I'm not trying to, belittle or criticize any of the work that they did, or any of the jobs that the superintendents and grounds crew do. That's not my intention. It's simply to make or express my views of how I can take a good hole and make it great and more fun and more appealing for all levels of golfers. And so I just wanted to make that aware for everybody. This is just truly a passion of mine. I love golf course architecture, and I feel that there's a lot of good holes and good courses around here, but they could be great with some changes. And so as you go into this video, this follow-up, I've created just a little mock-up of what I would do, what I would change. In the previous video, I talk about obviously the tree removal all along the left side where the creek is, and that's the biggest obstacle that the hole faces. But several of my friends and other people always say, well, you talk about these holes, well, what would you do? And this is my platform for that. So as you'll notice in the mock-up here, and I know it's crude, but you'll get a good idea of what I would do. So here you go. Okay guys, so here's my mock-up. I hope you can see it. I know it's not the most easiest way to display this, but it serves the purpose well. So here's my mock-up, and you can kind of faintly see the old outline of the fairway. Here's all the trees along the left, and so here's the old bunkers, and the small circles are obviously pot bunkers, central hazards. Now this first pot bunker is about 230 yards away from the tee, and so the high handicappers can stay short, they can go left or right. And the reason I made it also incredibly wide is that there's OB all along this right side here, and obviously the creek starting along here. I didn't want to make it too narrow. I wanted to give enough room for the players because of the hazards on either side of the fairway. So again, plenty of room for the low handicappers to either stay short, left or right. It's about 240 to carry, and then you're left with this gap of about approximately 35 to 40 yards in between. This bunker here is about 280 to reach. So here you're going to get more of the high, the low handicappers, more of the long hitters to deal with this central hazard. It's up to them if they want to take driver to either clear it, bail out a little bit right. If they want to take on the hazard, they'll find this area left. Now it's about 288 to clear. Now this hole predominantly plays into the wind. This is a southwest angle looking this way, and in the summer months we're always typically getting a southwest wind. So again, it's designed to give the player options of how they want to tackle it. Now if they do clear the first or the second, and the reason I like this with the tree removal is you're going to be crossing the entire hazard on this diagonal to go for the green. And right now without the trees, it's just impossible. And up here you'll see another pot bunker for any layup that the player might choose to do. If they want to go left, they're going to take on more of the water. If they want to clear, you have some OB way back here, but again, it's something that the player needs to negotiate. And if they do decide to lay up, you're going to have a much better angle, not having to clear the trap, or the water, and you're only going to have to deal with the front bunkers.
And the way the green's laid out from this bunker, if you saw my previous video, the green is sloping away from you and down towards the water. So if you do lay up, you're still left with a difficult shot. You better get some spin on it to make it stop. But again, kind of crude, but you can kind of see what I've done here. I think it's a legit change, especially given some tree removal.
And there you go, guys. I think with those changes, it's going to be a truly great risk-reward par 5. I don't think there's a better hole in the game other than, you know, a fun little short par 3 than a risk-reward par 5. Obviously, my inspiration behind the central hazards with the pot bunkers is, you know, from the UK courses, you know, the Great Links courses, the Great Heathland courses, all along England, and you know, case in point, this past weekend, the old course at St. Andrews. One of my biggest pet peeves is watching the coverage, you know, here in America, where, you know, you'll see a golfer hit a shot and they'll say, get in the bunker, and that drives me nuts. You know, if we're going to truly make a hazard, let's make it a hazard. And too often in American architecture and all across the world, you'll see hazards or bunkers that are aesthetically pleasing and frame the hole, but are they truly hazards? I question that. So that was kind of my inspiration. Give the player some options, make the player think, and leave it up to them. You know, I hate when a hole dictates to me how I should play that hole. And I think it's refreshing to create hazards that, you know, are meant to perplex and challenge the player's mental state. So and last but not least, if you noticed in the mock-up, you'll see the little pin that has the 15 by it. That was when I was talking about how I would reroute the course. Right now it's the second hole. With the rerouting, it would be the 15th, followed by a short little par 3 16, a possible drivable par 4 17th, and then a par 4 18th. So yeah, it would be the 15th hole on my reroute. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please post comments below. Please follow me on Twitter and YouTube. Let me know how I'm doing. This is very much in the infant stages of this. Again, it's a true passion of mine. I love golf course architecture, and I'll be doing these videos, you know, for the foreseeable future. So thanks for watching.